Well, while you're serving your sentence, it ended up being 6 years total, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation with the CEO named
Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Yeah.
right?
On Bill Clemens unit.
And at one point, you were going to kill Mitchell
For sure.
with a knife, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And this was because he forced you into doing a strip search?
Yeah. It was it's very weird. It's one of those things like because everybody like you on the unit and you move a certain way, he has to be the one to show resistance. And it would probably been all right if he would have strip searched me in private because I've been strip searched before. They even tore my cell up before. That's very early on when I was it's a difference between being an inmate and being a convict. It's like you're an upper statesman, you know how to move. So my first 2 years I was a wild man. I was fighting and doing all the rest of the prison shit. Then I changed. So now I'm an older statesman and just know how to move. And I'm on this maximum security unit, Bill Clemens unit, and I'm pretty solid on this unit. I call a couple shots here and there. I'm pretty solid with everybody, even the officers. I'm pretty good. Officers really don't bother me because I'm just doing my time. I'm coming back from necessities, and he's like, pulled me over and like, yo, I'm gonna strip search you. I'm like, for what? And it was never no clear reason. Like, you under suspicion that I'm transporting something or I'm doing something, but I'm a SSI. Anyway. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, man, like, what's the deal with you? No, I'm just going, you got contraband. Man, I don't have no contraband. I went to necessities. So he strip searched me down to my white gym shorts. I had bought these white gym shorts when I first got there because my uncle had gave me his. Buy you the white gym shorts. They can make you take off all the state stuff, but these are your personal shorts. Like once I bought these shorts, I never showered naked. I always showered in these shorts. I had these shorts for probably 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Because you wash them, you keep them clean.
Wait, was there a reason why you didn't want to be naked?
Hell yeah, you don't want to be naked in no damn prison with no whole bunch of men. Nah, that's not what you could. Anything can happen in there. What you don't want to be is naked.
Okay, I
That's
mean,
for
were there
sure.
like rapes going on and stuff like that?
It wasn't. If it was it, if it was or wasn't happening to me.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
that's this is just a code that my uncle had been locked up in the 80s. So he giving me the game from the 80s. I never really in the 90s, I never really witnessed or heard about no rapes because there was so many gay guys in there that you didn't have to rape nobody. They would just, you just get one of the gay guys. And
Now, listen, I've always said this. I watched the movie American Me,
mhm.
and that rape scene in prison made me say, I'm never going to prison. I didn't realize this was happening, but when I saw it in that movie, I said, I'm never going to prison. And I never did because of that movie.
I think that was
That was California. It was the Mexican Mafia. I don't know if things
the
were
Mexican
different.
Mafia is here too, big.
Oh, yeah, right, because Texas, of
Texas,
course.
we
Yeah, of
Texas.
course.
We actually the most violent prison in the United States,
Really?
for sure,
Huh.
100%. You know why? And I explained this to people one time. You've seen California prisons on TV, seen New York prisons on TV, Chicago on TV. You've never seen a Texas prison on TV.
Because they never let cameras in there.
Never will let cameras in there.
Okay.
You'll never see what goes on in a Texas prison.
Huh.
This
Okay.
is the most violent. This is like third world country violence. So you have not just Mexican mafia, you got Texas Syndicate, you got Aztecas, you got Mexico, you have the UA, then you have 3 branches of Aryan Nation. Then you have several black gangs. This is the survival rate in a Texas prison is insane. To survive it, I tell man, the things that we had to endure and we had to do. And just imagine being in a rural town where everybody that worked there are family members. The officers could kill you and leave you in isolation and never say what happened to you.
Hmm.
You can get beat to death. This is a man. I tell people to come out of there, not be gay, not get raped, not be on medication, and to be sane.
Hmm.
You have really accomplished something.
Okay, so
You really
the CO Mitchell tried to strip search you. Well, he did strip search.
He did strip search.
So then you got a knife
in the vestibule area, which was the problem. It's a high traffic area.
So everyone got to see you, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And that bothered you.
8 building.
That bothered you to the point where you got a knife and planned to kill him.
For 4 months, I didn't say a word. I plotted to kill this man for 4 months.
Okay. Did you think you were going to get away with it? Or you
I
didn't care?
I didn't care. It wasn't.
It was that serious? One strip search?
It was that.
Spend the rest of your life in prison.
It was that goddamn serious.
Okay.
I wrote my mom this cryptic ass letter, and she was like, she wrote me and was like, don't, just be easy, and I couldn't, cause I don't think people understand. So with that story, mass majority of people who like that story are elderly women. That's who come up to me a lot and say, you should have killed him. They say that in the airport.
Okay.
And I had to really think about why this resonates with them so much. A lot of women, and too many women in this country, have been violated and never got any get back by some man that used his power to violate them. So hearing this story and somebody getting a level of get back resonates with them, because Mitchell, once he knew that he was gonna die, he never said nothing to me again. He saw it because he felt it, because he was in a position where he was vulnerable. He was on 4 building. He was on the gate between 4 building and the rest of the buildings where he just by himself. And this is going to closed custody. And I was helping somebody move their stuff to closed custody because I heard that he was on that gate. So about time I would have stabbed him, it's nobody that could have helped him live. And so that story, yeah, it meant that much at that time.
Okay, so luckily you didn't kill him.
Leslie Davis in which is Alameen, he's home. He lives in Dallas. And this guy named Mustafa, they spoke to me, and I turned around, and that's when he saw me, and he closed the gate and told me to put the mattress down. Because I had the mattress covering my shoulder where you couldn't even see me. And so as soon as I would have came through that gate, I'd have stabbed him up.
Had you stabbed anyone else in prison?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
How many stabbings?
In riots, so I don't know.
Okay.
It was all in riots.
Handful then.
Yeah, I'll say a handful. A dozen, a baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen. You been stabbed yourself?
Yeah.
Where?
Cut across the side.
Damn. You saw the scar?
Yeah.